All right, so engineer Mrs. Eno Taiwo is the convener of Pearls with Eno talk show. An engineer by profession, she is a member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. She has a degree in project management and a certified project manager. Over the past few years, she has been helping various organizations build quality customer service structure to enable them optimize efficiently. She is happily married to engineer Eno Taiwo. Engineer. You guys will be constructing things at home. Alright. She's happily married to engineer Eno Taiwo with 3 wonderful children. She is the host of today's event. That lady that came out earlier with the beautiful gown, please put your hands together one more time as she comes on stage for engineer Mrs. Eno Taiwo. She's my sister too. Did I tell you? I'm connected to everyone. I'm highly connected. She's from Akwa Ibom, just as I am. Please keep clapping. Keep clapping. Beautiful. You look really, really, really lovely. So she's going to host the talk show alongside our other guest speakers. And there are 3 seats on stage. So she's going to be with 2 special guests. Pardon me. 2 special guests tonight, a male and a female. Permit me to read the citation for our female guest speaker. Her name is Dr. Ada Ezeka. Dr. Ada Ezeka is the co-pastor of Rema Life Church in Owerri, Imo State. She has written anointed books and tracts. Pastor Mrs. Ada Ezeka is also a highly respected teacher of the word in Bible schools, churches, conventions, seminars, conferences, workshops, secondary schools, university campuses, and television programs. She is married to Pastor Emmanuel C. Ezeka, the senior pastor of Rema Life Church in Owerri, Imo State. They are blessed with 6 wonderful daughters. Wow, did I hear 6? And now they have grandchildren. She was recently honored with an honorary Doctor of Divinity award. Beautiful. I'm having goosebumps because of many things I just read here. Please put your hands together. This is a wonderful lady. And from what I'm reading, she's a very, very busy woman. So for her to make time to be here with us tonight, please welcome her warmly. Dr. Ada, you're welcome. You're welcome, ma. Wow, God bless you, ma. All right, so we have another guest. I'm just going to hand over the mic to my co-host for the citation for our next guest speaker.
Thank you very much. Now, so that it can be fairly balanced, so that it will just remain up there, we have we have our Reverend in our midst, Rev.Joe Igboanugo. I'm just going to read his profile to you so you can know what to expect and so that you can get to know him. Rev.Joe Igboanugo, pastor, author, is a relationship advisor, is a marriage counselor, inspirational speaker, and consultant. He's an insightful teacher, mentor, and life coach. So you know that we have the well-packaged person here with us. Is divinely mandated grace for helping singles connect with their life partners stress-freely and restoring challenged marriages has left testimonies in the lives of many. Joe had his first degree in pure and industrial chemistry from the prestigious University of Port Harcourt, Nigeria in 1989. I'm sure there are some singles here who were not even born at that time. A PhD in theology from the famous Redeemed Christian Bible College in 1995, and presently in postgraduate studies on peace studies and conflict resolution from the National Open University of Nigeria, now. He founded Changers International Church Incorporation and now is the president, Marriage Revolution Outreach International. He is also the executive founder, Society for Intertribal Marriage and Ethnic Reintegration, Saimar, Nigeria. Reverend Joe hosts the highly syndicated Marriage Revolution and Singles and Marriage Seminars, aka My Marriage Must Work, and the radio live show Marriage Revolution. His ministry spans the cities of Nigeria and abroad. The peculiarity of these seminars and workshops is that they employ holistic approach to marital solutions, spiritual, social common sense, customary realities, emotional alignment, psychological, sexual balance, and so on. Reverend Joe is a highly booked speaker in churches, conferences, conventions, and a respected consultant in related institutions. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our highly distinguished guest speaker, Reverend Joe Igboanugo. Put your hands together for him as he makes his way up the stage.
Welcome, sir. So, in addition to all that, he is married and he has children, and we'll get to know more of him while seated. So, welcome, and a pleasure to have you here, Reverend Joe.
Thank you.
Thank you for honoring our invitation. And if you know what they went through to meet us here, I know Reverend Joe had a program he was supposed to handle today, but he left it to be with us here. So please, we appreciate you so much. We are so grateful.
You're welcome.
And Dr. Ada, her own story, she had a night video and she came all the way from Owerri this morning to meet us, met sanitation on the way, but we thank God that she made it. Thank you very much, ma, for coming here. Okay, so I'll start from the ladies. Dr. Ada, please, we'd just like to know a little bit about you. I know you have 6 daughters. I know you are married to a pastor, but just a little about you, your inspiration, what led you into marriage ministry. Just a minute.
I'm a graduate of French studies, and then I've been married for like 40 years now. This year was our 40th. Yeah. We're into the 41st year of our marriage.
You don't look it.
Yes. We have 6 daughters, like you heard. 5 of them are now married. Yes. The first one is 40 years and the last one is 25 years old. And we have 7 grandchildren now. The first one is 16 years old, and there's the 8th one on the way. We have been so blessed. Actually, it's not like, I think my ministry to marriages and families was just born, it just happened.
Okay.
You know, it wasn't like I desired it, you know, but one thing I know is that I have a passion for women. And you can't talk about marriage without talking about women. I have a passion to see women know who they are. I have a passion to see women stand strong, because the woman's assignment is too great. It's about destiny, it's about life, including that of the man and the children. So I think it's out of that passion, I found myself talking about it, I found myself writing books, and then, you know, and I've seen my marriage work, and I've seen the products of our marriage, especially on our children. And I believe that it can work for anybody and everybody. In fact, that's why I started the Family Life University. Because I found out that marriage is the only profession, in quotes, that people don't go to school to get a training for. Somebody wants to be a doctor, he goes to university 7 years, then receives a certificate of practice. The marriage, they give you certificate before you start practicing. And then people just get into marriage because they believe it's time to marry. And I believe that's why you have so many quack husbands and quack wives, raising quack children, who will produce the quackness, you know. It's a vicious cycle, but things can change.
Yeah.
And that's why a program like this is very, very important.
Wow, thank you. I had a chat with a friend just this afternoon. I was telling her that there's no graduation in marriage. I've never seen any marriage where they wear gown and say, okay, you have graduated for marriage. So it's a very unique university.
It is.
Yeah. So thank you very much, ma. Rev.Joe, so we just know a little about that you're married with children. We would like to know more about you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for this initiative. I am usually excited when I see people come up with whatever that will improve the home front. And then Dr. Ezeka, when I heard the number of years she's married, and then passionate about marriage, I got excited. I thought I'm the only person in the whole world that's excited about marriage. Now, I began to pastor a church in the early 90s, and then along the line, God began to impassion my heart about families, probably because of the kind of background I had. I had a mother. My mother went to be with the Lord. She was just buried last Wednesday at the age of 94. But my dad and my mother didn't have a good marital relationship at the beginning when I was in primary school. My father was always beating my mother. And then I was small. I told myself that I will never beat my wife. I didn't know what wife was, but I said I will never beat my wife when I married. Coincidentally, when I got married, I married the kind of woman you cannot beat. There are some wives you can't beat. If you married the daughter of a military officer, who knows how to do taekwondo and karate. You respect yourself. So, but on a serious note, I said I'm not going to beat my wife, and then somehow my first brother got married a year after the wife went to their place. They later reconciled and came back. My two elder sisters, I have elder sisters that are all grandmothers. They are all in ministry. Their first marriages failed. They came back and remarried. My second eldest brother married after having 3 children. The wife, they had issues, she left. 8 years she came back. I got married. 1 week after my marriage, I told my wife, don't go to work. I'm introducing myself.
Yes.
Very nice. I told my wife, don't go to work. That I don't want you to work in that place again. She said, why? I said, I don't want you to work again. I wanted to exercise my authority as a man. Then number 2, when I came back from my own work, I noticed that she went to work because we were just alone in that 2-bedroom flat. I said, sweet. By the way, I call my wife sweet. Some husbands call their wife bitter leaf. Some call their wife whatever the situation brings. Now I said, sweet, you went to work. He said, yes, okay. Carry your bag, take your Bible and your nightgown to your MD's house. That way you will sleep this night. This will not enter to us. She thought I was joking. I got serious. She picked her bag as she was going to the gate. I looked through the window. I saw her crying and going to the gate. I remembered that the dragon, the serpent, you do not kill in Genesis. Before it gets between Malachi and Revelation, it becomes a dragon. And my own serpent, my family serpent, I've killed it. In my first year in the university when I met the Lord, I ran to the gate and pulled my wife back. I said, you are not going anywhere. It is me you disobeyed. It is me you insulted. Come back. I didn't want a repetition of what happened in my family line. So my wife came back, we sorted the stuff out. That's the closest we've ever gotten to disagreement and quarrel of that magnitude in about 25 years of marriage. Now, since then my heart has been that marriage must work.
It must work.
I don't teach normal marriage teachings. That's why I got excited when I was hearing her talking. Pastors preach, husbands love your wives. wife, submit to your husband. I don't preach it. That's not what God called me to do. I'm an intentional coach. I'm not a counselor. We tell you what will make your marriage work. If it is, it works.
That's right.
No struggle about it. Let me tell you also, there are no wrong wives, there are no wrong husbands. There are only bad wives and bad husbands, if you know English language. So, what I do passionately is to build the individuals that build the marriage, that build the family, that build the church, that build the society. So when individuals get themselves right, marriage will be right. So I teach outside the box. So after some time pastoring the church, God now said, leave church and go to the body of Christ and make marriages work. So we began to write books. We have written quite a lot of books and began to do this ministry. We go from one place to the other. Can you imagine somebody who buried mother on Wednesday and is here teaching about marriage? That's our passion. Tomorrow morning I'm teaching somewhere, as soon as I leave here, I'm evening teaching somewhere else. So that's my passion, to see marriages work, and then it will work, and see church strong. That's my passion. Then number 2, I believe that every bad husband has a little inheritance from the father. Bad fathers produce bad husbands. Bad fathers produce bad husbands. Bad mothers produce bad wives in their children. So if you check out if your child is having an issue in the marriage, take your life. So one of the ways I check my life today is I look at my boys that are growing up. I look at their values, their choices and decisions. I look at myself and begin to repackage myself. So I came here to talk to fathers how we can model our children to become choice husbands in the future. Here ends the first reading.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so we've talked about what inspired you. And based on the topic, I'm sure you would have been wondering about the topic. So what are your thoughts on this topic, the impact of parenting on relationships? Just what comes to your mind first?
Initially, when I saw that topic, I thought relationships was, all relationships. But when you introduced the meeting, you made it very clear, that about our marriages, so how we can raise our children in a way that it doesn't put pressure on our marriages. And I understood. As a matter of fact, the most important relationship after your relationship with God is your relationship with your spouse. If that doesn't work, nothing else will work. I'm telling you the truth. Marriage is the foundation of every other form of success in life. It does not matter that the world has given us other kind of values that have consumed us, and we keep pursuing them, because when it gets to brass tacks, you will find out that the core issue is about your marriage. I told you that when I saw what our marriage did to our children, I knew that you can't raise good children without a good marriage.
Sure.
You can't. You can't. I wrote something here. Let me just read it. It's a teaching I gave at a parenting conference. And I said, I'm sure you're aware that we live in a very negative and dangerous world, don't you? A world where the devil is very active, using whosoever and whatsoever to perpetuate his stealing, killing, and destroying ministry. He's ready to pervert anything to fulfill his evil intentions. And then I said, may I say this? Giving your children an education, a good home, good food, and all the comforts of this life is not the same as raising them.
That's true.
Did you hear what I said? Giving your children an education, a good home, good food, and all the comforts of this life is not the same as raising them. It is because of this misconception that many parents have substituted parenting for the pursuit of money by all means. Many parents are hurting their marriages, they are hurting their families, they are hurting their children in their pursuit of money. I know I'm talking to parents in this place tonight. Things will change. God will exceed the expectation for this meeting.
Amen.
40 years from now, people will still be sharing testimonies from me of it. I tell you, because when it goes well with our marriages, it will go well with every other thing. We cannot have strong people, a strong nation without strong people. And we can't have strong people without strong families. And the bottom line is this: we cannot have strong families without strong marriages.
Yep.
We can't. We can't. And I said, you are not a good parent because you gave your children the best education or because you're able to provide them the necessities of life. You're a good parent primarily because you are there for your children to model life, to model character, and responsible citizenship to them. It's not a problem at all to raise children, whether it's in the 18th century, 19th century, 20th century, or 21st century. People like to blame 21st century, blame internet, blame everything. But even in the olden days, there were challenges of their times, but people still raised quality children. So 21st century is not our problem. Our marriages are our problem. You can't have quality children in spite of your marriage. There's a connection. You see, I'm saying this to get to where we are going. You see, because you cannot separate parenting from marriage for our marriages. If you're not a good parent, if you're not a good husband, you can't be a good father. If you're not a good wife, you can't be a good mother. Take it up, take it down. It's still all about our marriages. It's still all about our marriages. Praise the Lord. Now, how can we parent in a way that it doesn't put pressure on our marriages? The important thing is, do you even know how important your marriage is? Because when purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. When you know how important your marriage is to even those children you're parenting, you will settle down and work on your marriage. Because a good marriage will produce quality children. I'm telling you about my own family. I'm telling you the truth. Many of us have neglected our marriages. As I'm talking, I feel like shedding tears. Because the way what is happening in marriages today is alarming. And whether you like it or not, it's affecting the quality of children we are producing. It is. It's not education that makes children. Schools don't raise children. Children are raised in the home. And the home is not the posh furniture. It's not the AC. It's not the mansion. The home is the atmosphere created by the quality of your marriage. Where your marriage stands for the relationship between you and your wife. If there's nothing going on between you and your wife, you don't have a marriage. You're just living together. It is the marriage that creates the atmosphere called home. And if that atmosphere is toxic, you will raise dysfunctional children. Children who will tomorrow become the worst husbands. Schools don't raise children. Children are not raised in schools. They are raised in the home. So in all you're doing, in all that you invest in your home and in your family, invest much more in your marriage. I want to believe God that something will happen to you in this meeting tonight. Praise God.
Thank you, ma'am. Reverend Joe, we have single parents, so they have children. So some can be through the loss of a spouse, and then some might be a divorce or separation. So how will you advise them in terms of parenting?
Okay, thank you very much. The parenting of principles are the same, but methods change. Parenting of 1970 is not the same as parenting of the 90s and the present day parenting. Whether you're a single parent or you're a double parent, the same method applies. From studies, we have 3 types of parenting. We have authoritarian parenting, authoritative parenting, permissive parenting, and the 4th one I added, intentional parenting. Now, whether you are single or you have husband or wife, become intentional about modeling what you want your children to be. Model what you want your children to be. One of the reasons why people grow up and they begin to grasp for kind of life to live is that they didn't have a model. A mother who uses authoritarian method to bring up her children will raise delinquent children. Authoritarian method is where you have the authority, you command, you don't discuss, nobody has a word. That's the ancient ways of bringing up children. You remember those days when they send for you where you are, send for somebody who is abroad, and the person, whatever abroad it is, the person comes home, they tell you that this is the wife they have arranged for you. They believed it and they lived in peace. But not now. The authoritative is the one that the man commands, nobody talks, but people obey. Children obey. But somehow today, you see majorly permissive parenting, where we allow our children to do what they want. And when you allow a child to always do what they want because of Montessori system, you are spoiling their future. Intentional parenting is to model what you want the child to be. If you want the child to know how to love people, model it. Know how to be honest, model it. Know how to be faithful, model it. Can you imagine a father or a mother who is answering a call and the child is there and he tells the person calling the other side that I'm not around, I traveled? You are intentionally telling the child to lie. Can you imagine a mother who abuses the husband, the father of the child, to any extent she wants because she's angry? There's no intentionality there. You are teaching that child violence. By little research I have done in the past 10 years, I discovered that most human beings that are married primarily behave like their parents. They start behaving like their parents before they alter how they behave. There was one day I just woke up in the morning. I was about to go out and I pulled my wife and just gave her a cake. My daughter was by the side. This was like 7. She said, Daddy, why did you give mommy a cake again? Have you not given her before? So I said, she's my wife. He said, won't you give me again? My wife quickly turned to her and said, are you jealous? She said, okay, when I grow up, I know that my husband will do to me what daddy is doing to you. Now, that is simple intentional parenting. You're already showing them how life should be lived. Finally, for now, can you imagine where a man lifts his hand and beats the wife for whatever reason in the presence of the children, or insults and abuses the wife in the presence of the children? There's no amount of prayer you will pray. If you like, all deliverance ministers in Nigeria, they can't deliver your child from violence until you begin to turn things around gradually in the life of that child when that child is growing up. So if you're a single parent, take the position of a father and a mother in the life of your child. Major key of intentional parenting is to have the method of becoming friends with your children. Most parents are not friendly with their children. If you are not friendly with your child, you cannot correct some things in this age. You can correct it in the 70s, but not in this age. For example, if you're a mother, and you're not the best friend to your daughter will have another best friend. Before you know it, your daughter's character is formed. Please, can I beg us, very rich people of LNG, why should you send a child that is 9 years old to stay in boarding house. Are you not wicked? Because you have little money. The character of a child are formed between 8, 9, 10, 11. From 12, they are somebody else. From 12, they are somebody else. Now, number 2, a child goes to school by 6:30 a.m., comes back by 5:30 p.m., and is dozing. Most children now don't know what is called siesta, except they check dictionary. They don't sleep anymore. Before you know it, they've gone to bed. Only the morning they are gone again. And then, what time do we have with the children? To talk with them, to interact with them. So become friendly with your child. Have a playing time. Have a recreational time. Not going to fast food and buy the best food and be eating there. Have a time to stay together and talk and chat. Last week, my first son, that is in final year, came to our village when we were preparing for my mother's burial and said that a friend is coming from school. One lady came. One beautiful lady came. She carried the lady, introduced to the mother. That is my friend in school. They were passing where I was, up and down, pressing up. They have not come to me. And I called him. I said, guy, I call my boys guy. That's what I call them. I said, guy, who be this now? He said, Paddy, now my friend. I don't know wahala. They're gonna chill that side. Later I came and sat with them. I asked that girl, how are you? What course are you studying? Then I finished talking with them and left. She told the son, are you sure this is your father or your uncle? He says, my dad. So later, after 2 or 3 days, the guy sat me by my son and began to tell me, this is how friendly we are. This is the course he's studying. Daddy, nothing there already, nothing there. But, but if you just sit that way, who is this? Why will you bring that? Why would the person come to this house? That's authoritarian parenting. That child will begin to hide things from you. Very important. Don't let a child hide anything from you. How can your daughter, you are a woman, hear about sex education from another person? You sit your child down. My daughter, when she was 12 years, 13, she was explaining, she knows what is menstruation and ovulation. She knows them before she started. So talk with these children, interact with them, and model future for them.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.